Good morning, Aidan.
Good morning, David.
Just had a nice little rundown how to use the commentary thing.
It's very complex.
Yeah.
Scoreboard in, scoreboard out, stats.
So Michael Oliver is on yellows.
Yeah, I think would you take the one in the middle now? I think you've got to now, haven't you? Really?
Yeah. And just hold on the red, I guess.
Yeah.
Good finish this because they didn't split very well.
No. It's been a bit. It's an intricate little clearance, but I think this is the key shot. Really, he should really clear up if he gets this. Yeah, he's played it well.
I played on the TV table last night, and it's playing so much different to the other tables.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's lovely.
What, quicker or?
Yeah, much quicker.
Yeah.
Seem you can get just a lot more reaction on any shot you play. Oh, is he going to be on that red? Total ref.
Oh, you don't want to be there. You don't want to be there.
Is that classed as an unforced error?
I presume so. That would have to go down on the old spreadsheet there, sir.
So there's the stats board. But now I'll just take that off and...
We'll have to amend that as it goes.
That's it there. There we go. Unforced error.
Yeah.
Michael Oliver's play 8, so 1. Stat board in.
Did he break Michael as well? I think you have to put down pots on the break.
How do you save it?
It's a good hit for Michael, but he's left John an opportunity here on reds.
There we go. So an unforced error there from Michael Oliver.
Little cannon required, I think, here. Yep, he's still on that. He's played that well, John.
Yeah, expect John to get these. He's got one tricky red though, hasn't he? Near that yellow.
Even I think here we'll just come off the top cushion, use the red he's nearest to hold, then play the one down the rail, and then he's even then got the choice of playing the one right corner coming down or playing in behind the red to screw down for the two in the bottom left or left middle.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing contain first frame. I can understand that. Get used to the table.
That's the first snooker I've ever seen him play.
Actually, yeah, you got a point there. What are you doing, John?
Might put that down as a missed pot.
Yeah, he definitely went for it. Definitely.
Just a reminder, fellas. Commentators are. There we go. Look at that.
Naming lights, David. What's going on, son? The Nando's kid himself.
Hello, hello.
Hi, hi.
Do you reckon John's on that yellow near the middle, red near the middle?
Yeah. I do now. Weren't sure before.
Yeah, I think John's going to get these now.
Yeah, it's the key shot is if the red on the rail. If he can knock that in and then get down for a choice of these two reds in the right hand corner, I think.
He's played that well, to be fair.
Little stop shot, might run through.
This could be a quick game, this. Never long, is it? Oh, is he a bit straight there?
Yeah, I thought he might just stun that there so you leave the angle, but he's going to have to punch this round, I think.
Yeah, I think off 2.
Yeah.
Maybe off 3. Johnny, middle up.
He'd be disappointed with that.
Gonna have to put more stats in.
You love it, Dave, don't you? You love it, son.
I do, mate.
Oh, wow, look at the reaction off that. He's played to check it up and he's come blue spot.
He's just gonna have to play this dead weight, isn't he?
Yeah, dead weight, drop it in the corner.
I did notice on this table though, they are bigger down the rail.
Yeah?
Yeah, they are. I mean, I'm not going to say it's hard to miss, but the other tables in the
Played
arena.
that really well.
Shot.
Really well. You don't play them much better than that.
I watched Michael Oliver play his pro match. I'm not sure how he got on.
I think he lost against Jack Whelan.
Yeah, when I seen it, it was 5-all or 6-all. It was a good standard game, but that is 1-0.
Very good player, Michael. Very steady. He won an amateur event last year as well. I think that might have been in the Midlands when it was it Warwick or?
Yeah, I wasn't on the tour last year, but I do remember him winning one.
Yeah.
I mean, in the amateur event, it's so tough to win. It's just tough as the pro section, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it's like a bloodbath.
Yeah. There's people like Scott Gillespie, Mark Boyle,
Ian
Scott
Alley.
Ross, Ian Alley.
Yeah, Simon Fitzsimmons.
Yeah, he's rubbish. So
I noticed you didn't put his name in there, son.
yeah, wasn't going to. Big break here. I'm calling in off in the left side of the table. Go on, lad. Go on. Go on.
Oh, you got a little flick there, son.
It's gone dry though.
I was like, Mystic here, son. What's going on? Oh, Mystic Meg. Yellows look good here, though. You got to be fancying yellows here. Clear this one bottom end, come up, and then maybe try and play. Well, you've got such a big area. You can play the plant. You can play either yellow in the middle.
I can't see any problems here for John.
It's got to be try and get on the plant as early as you can. That's the way.
There we go. Played it well. Up the Reds. Good win for you boys last night, wasn't it, Aid?
Yeah, it was. I couldn't believe it when we've gone behind, several times and still managed to come back. I mean, we've seen it before, but God, dear, when are we going to get a bit of consistency, us Gooners? Just learn to defend. Just any defensive coach. Steve Bowles here, please. Do something with him. Huge quality.
Wenger out.
No, mate, I'm a Wenger in man. Wenger in me.
Hashtag Wenger out.
If we had Usmanov in charge, you'd see a different Arsenal.
I feel sorry for your fans. Like £1,000 a season ticket and...
Tell me about it, son. I've had to donate a kidney.
And that's 1-1, guys.
Yeah, good finish here from John.
That was a reverse dish, wasn't it?
A reverse dish.
No. Save. And here we go, guys. Here is the stats board. Look at that. Loads are going on over in John's side.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets a break dish now. Oh, I need to put a dry break on Michael Oliver.
Yeah. And I think he broke.
And John went dry.
I think he broke potted from his break first as well.
In the first John went dry, didn't he?
In the first frame, was it?
Yeah, John went dry.
Oh, he must have done then, yeah, because he's breaking now. So that'd be a dry break to go on there as well for John.
Look at that. Oh, sorry, stats board out. And then stats board back in.
Yeah, there we go.
How's that worked? Yeah.
Yes, David.
I'm on fire. Liverpool, Watford, what are you saying?
I don't think Liverpool are going to be affected by the Coutinho speculation. To me, I'm going 3-1 Liverpool.
Good lad. Good lad.
I think they're just so good attacking at the moment, Liverpool. Like the end of last year was silly. Jurgen Klopp.
And Mohamed Salah as well. Him and Mane look scary.
Beat Bayern in pre-season as well, so
hammered him. You got beat by Atletico though.
Yeah.
Oh, flick off the red.
Oh, you won't be happy with that. You might have to play the yellow in the middle now, right hand middle, and use the red up the top to hold for the other yellow in the right corner.
I think he wanted to leave that yellow down the bottom to last as well, just for the black.
Yeah.
But
I think he's got
forced to take that a bit early.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he might even miss that red when he trips that in the middle.
Depends the speed he plays it at. If he drops it in, I think he rests sort of on it. But if he hits it any harder, then he'll flick left side of the red or miss it.
If he plays it, I bet you £1 he misses the red.
A whole 100 pence.
100 pence.
Go on then, my old son.
That's only about 40p in London though. As Corey Reece said before. He's playing it. Oh, does this affect our bet?
It does affect our bet, I would have to say. Because he's hammered it in top corner.
Holy mother of Nazareth.
Some of that be chips. My grief.
It didn't even touch the sides. That's a hot shot. 2017 hot shot.
There should be a stat for that as well. Hot shot stat.
Just good shot.
Yeah, cued it really well, confidently.
Pumped it in, didn't he?
I suppose he's played both his matches on the on this table now, so
yeah,
used to it, I suppose.
He'll have a surprise if he goes on to a different one. Some of the ones near the back aren't playing the same. What do you think of this cloth anyway?
I only really play on it when I come here, to be honest with you, on the tours. I don't play on it. I've played it a couple of times at our county venue because we've got it there, but I don't really play that much anyway. But it's one I do enjoy it. I enjoy the reaction you get off the ball and off the cloth itself. You know, I do enjoy playing on it, but I think it's just more where I don't play on it a lot. I enjoy when I do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So.
Well, we've got 2 of these tables in our club in Warrington, 147, and there's just nothing. And in Savannah's that we play in Manchester, they're nothing like tour tables.
Oh, really?
It's weird. Oh, he's a bit short. Or has he gone too far?
You talking about me or that shot?
But yeah, it's I haven't actually played on a table outside of the tour that plays like a tour table.
Really?
There's a few around our area, and none of them play the same.
Right, okay.
So I'm not sure what that is. Me and Steve Wall were having this debate the other day about it.
Right.
He's playing the double here.
Oh, how well have you played that, Michael? Well played.
He's on fire, the lad. This is going to be a good game. It's his break as well. John open, he goes dry.
Michael looks very confident in and around the balls. He's cued some really good balls in already, as you've seen.
And that is a reverse dish.
Yep. Back-to-back reverse dishes.
Nothing worse than going dry and getting mopped up.
Yeah, I had that earlier a few times against Ian Alley.
Yeah, and it's over with him in about 30 seconds, isn't it? It's even worse.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good game to watch sometimes.
It's not when you sat in your chair and he's just mopping up.
Yeah.
He lost a cash game the other day, didn't he?
Against Brian Halcrow.
Yeah. Speaking to Ian about that, he said it was a ridiculous standard.
I think, well, when Ian plays, it normally is a ridiculous standard. You know what I mean? I know Brian has played, some big games, and he's played years ago as well. Was very good. It is very good. It's another good break.
Good afternoon to Dean Shields, watching out there, moaning about not being here as usual. And how many did he pot off that break?
He potted a red and a yellow, I believe.
So that's 2 pots from break. Do I put him out of balls he's potted, or do I just put 1?
I think it's just one.
Right, okay.
Yeah, the fact he's potted from the break. I think Reds has healed all day, yeah. Played the 2 rail balls-ish first.
Doesn't want to be straight. Oosh. Say no, it's not bad to be straight, is it?
You can just screw straight back and then play the red in the middle, I think. You've got to be careful with these, though. You talking about the football, actually, it reminded me of our 4-3 game last year.
I know, yeah, when we went 4-1 up, cruising.
Yeah, absolutely buzzing, yeah.
Manny just ran round on my, ooh, that's an unforced error and a missed pot.
That's what I'm saying, just need a little bit of care and attention, and you have to make sure of the pot on those. Just take your eye off the pot for position. You get found out more often than not.
And John's got a tricky clearance here, but his bad ball's near the left-hand side of the table near that red, isn't it?
I think he can play this one down the rail to come inside where the 2 reds are, and then the yellow goes in the left middle and opens the table up a bit. Here we go. Now you can play this one in the left middle, bring the yellow down. He should have choice of yellows after that. Then he can get on that yellow nearest to the
yellow, yeah.
Depends how he decides to play this one.
Up the Reds.
The Arsenal, yeah?
No way. No way. If I supported a team from London, guess who it would be?
If
from London I supported a team, guess who it would be?
It would have to be Arsenal.
No way.
There's no other team in London, son.
You'll probably punch me as I say it. Fulham.
That's fair enough. They're right, they're pony.
Yeah, they're rubbish. One of my friends used to work for them, so I used to always just see how they get on.
It wasn't because you like the Michael Jackson statue
outside, yeah. That's embarrassing.
Oh, mate, woeful.
They all hate it as well, don't they?
Yeah. I actually saw my worst ever game of football there before. It was New Zealand versus Australia. Australia won 1-0, and they run out of beer.
Wow.
That's how good the game was. Everyone was getting sozzled.
It's a great shot, John. I actually nearly went to a game down there. Nigeria was playing someone, and that was where all the match fixing got put because the keeper threw it into his own goal.
Yeah.
And there was about 2,000 people there watching.
Yeah. Oh, that might have been another game, actually.
Well, I think it was the same event, wasn't it?
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well played.
Doesn't want to be on the clock. He's going to have to probably take a long yellow.
Yeah, I think he'll just drop it in, guarantee himself a shot, and then just trust your queuing.
Yeah, he's a good queuist, John, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to be banging this. You just drop it in. Just make sure.
If he's straight, maybe screw straight back on the black in the middle.
Yeah, I think he will.
He's down.
Oh no.
Johnny. That is another missed pot from John.
Yes, the yellow's gone safe-ish as well, so it gives Michael Oliver a bit more confidence going about this clearance, knowing that it's, he can play it, so it's a dead ball no matter where he leaves the white. So
I've seen John miss more pots today in this game than I did the hole yesterday.
This game's a rascal like that.
Should be 3-1 this, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it will be, I think. I'll try and leave the one middle table last. Take the one over the corner now. Because then the last ball nearest to the black always makes the clearance easier.
He's taking it now. No, you can't really go wrong though, no matter what ball he takes.
You can't really, but I personally like to leave the ball nearest to the black last.
I understand that, yeah. Go on, keep going and pot it.
There's no right or wrong way there, I suppose, but I just prefer that way.
Because if he lands himself quite short here, he could... Oh, he's played it well. Yeah. But if he left himself on the bulk line there, it's sort of a tricky shot.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Is that 2-1 to Michael Oliver?
I think that's 3-1.
Is that 3-1? Am I messing up?
Or was it John? Yeah, because John Dry broke the first, didn't he?
Oops.
It's alright, Dave, it's new to everyone, these techers.
I'm letting myself down already.
You're alright, mate. What you want to do is put your name up in lights again, son. You'll get that confidence come flooding back.
See what have I done here? Because I thought Michael Oliver's had one dry break. Oh, he's potted off a break, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So 2-2, and John won. Right. Save that, and here's the stats board, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of 1s and 2s there.
And the 1s and 2s. It's gone.
John has pot the ball.
2 yellows.
Pots from break, so there's another one. Boom.
And I think he'll be going yellows here, John boy.
Stats board out.
Go on, name in lights. Go on, Dave. Go on, you know you want to, son.
Here we go, guys.
Yeah. Look at that.
On fire.
Very professional.
Two good names there.
Aidan and Finch, yeah.
Might Snapchat that. Make me look famous.
You are famous, mate. WC, NNC.
Nah, mate, that's the kiddies comp that. I've stepped up into the fellas comp and I just can't hack it. Dan Davies just took the mick out of me before.
He can do that against anyone, mate. Don't be arguing yourself, Dave.
I haven't got to be. Got to be arguing myself. I'll have to cheer myself up with the Nando's. I always missed it. Johnny.
Right, if you had to guess how many Nando's you've eaten in your lifetime, what we saying, son? Because it is a lot.
Well.
Include your freebies. Include your freebies you get as well, your comp ones.
Oh. One sec, let me just update this stats board. It's going mad.
Yeah. Gives you a bit of time to think as well, son. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I've got a fact for you here.
Go on, son.
It was last year. and every time you go Nando's, you swipe your card, don't you?
Yeah.
And there's literally about 3 within about 7 or 8 miles of my house.
Right.
And me and Stacey go all the time, a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And out of the 365 days in the year, do you have a stat on how many times Nando's read that? Yeah, I was on 248.
My grief.
So it was about 3-4 a week, innit?
You love it, son.
I do. But that as well doesn't involve Stacey's Nando's card, because sometimes she buys one for us. So I was reckoning about 270 last year. But people say it's expensive. All the freebies that I've got on my card, I'm only paying £9 a meal.
You love it, mate.
Absolutely love it.
Unreal.
3-2. That was a missed pot by Michael
Oliver, yeah, in the bottom right-hand corner pocket. I don't think so,
mate. I did,
mate.
because I said let me just...
Oh, right. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
So let me just save that. Yeah, guys, just remind you of what you're watching this weekend. Boom. Have a bit of that.
Hi, guys. Weekend's here again.
Hope you've all made a few quid. 40 breaks, just thanks to our sponsor Riley's.
Indeed, well done Riley's.
And Michael Oliver as pot ball.
Yep, reds. 1 red has been potted. No easy starter though, I don't think here.
3 chicken wings I used to go for.
3 chicken wings?
Yeah, from Nando. Nice starter.
That is a nice starter.
Cleanse the palate. Gotta be hot though.
Are you a bottomless drinks boy as well, or do you...
Depends. It really does depend on feeling. Sometimes milk's only £1.
Right.
So I get a nice glass of milk, and then have that with my starter, and then when they come out with a meal, I'll give them £1 and they bring me back some more milk. And when you get extra hot, sometimes it does the business.
Yeah, you need a bit of milk, don't you, I suppose?
So many options. If they done Fanta Lemon though, I think I'd never leave.
Well, you want to... Yeah, you could tweet them that, I think. Get them on there.
Roll out, missed. And Johnny's in.
Yeah, John's got first dip.
And
I don't think you can see this one into the bottom right corner.
No.
You might have to play the right hand side to chop it in if you can. If not, you might have to go left middle. I think reds are the balls there.
Do you reckon he can maybe swerve it?
I think he can, yeah, but... And in fact, if he was to do that, I think he'd go very close to the red and the black and flick that out. So that is the shot if you're going game. It's just whether... it's hard to tell from here whether he can do that or not. Or do you guarantee the first pot to get reds and then go after? Because you've got the 2 balls middle of the table as well to get on that again.
Yeah. He's on for the trim. He's losing the white a bit though, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't want to hit that yellow.
He's alright, so
that's okay.
So who've you got in the next pro round, Aid?
Yeah, no one, mate.
I thought you won.
No, mate, no. I lost to Neil Rayburn yesterday. It was a really good game, actually.
I thought you beat him. I'm sorry.
No.
I wouldn't do that to you.
It's alright, son. It was a really good game, actually. He had 5 breaks and dishes and I had 4.
That was it. I seen this, you put a Facebook status saying, I just seen him over there playing with my mate Chris Keogh, and he's playing well.
Yeah.
It's nice to see him playing well again, because he struggled a bit.
Nice fella, Neil, as well. But it was, I was basically 4-3 up, and then saw the table next time I was 7-3 down.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes sometimes.
It's tough, innit? Feels a rubbish spot.
7-4 down even. Yeah.
Spoken to Josh Kane yesterday. He's obviously one of the World Drills lads.
Yeah.
And good friends with him.
He won the World Masters.
Yeah. He's only my age, 23. We were just talking about, because I've known him for years, about like how pool he can play perfect game and lose.
You can do, mate. It's all on the day. I mean, it's a massive cliche, but it really is all on the day. The break, it can be huge.
Massive.
Can be huge.
I mean, I've been breaking really well in practice, and I've come here and I'm just not hitting the same. Do you know what I mean? I just don't know what it is. And then you see Mark Boyle's break, and it never seems to let him down.
Yeah.
Every time I watch him, he's always getting a ball.
He does his side break, doesn't he, Mark Boyle?
Yeah. But he hits it so hard. I have seen him go off the table a couple of times, to be fair now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're concentrating on your cueing from the off, aren't you, when you're doing that break? Because, as you say, you can jump off the table.
Yeah, and he hits him so hard.
He does it big.
What's John doing here? Check
up.
What for?
Goes through the gap into
the
same corner.
I'd back John to get this and come all the way around.
Yeah, it's more getting on the black than the pot, really.
Do you reckon you could just like, or is he topping it in, come all the way around?
Top it in, couple of cushions.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah, he just wants to be hold up.
Hang on, is he on it?
He's on it. Or is he? Oh, I thought he was just about to address the table there. What camera can we look at?
Look at the camera. I think this is the best one, but is it touchscreen? No.
On camera 4.
I think he gets this though with a bit of tracer side.
He's checking. Yeah.
Yeah, good shot, Johnny boy. Come on, Johnny boy. And that's 3-3, guys.
3 apiece.
I'll just get a few stats up for you.
Look at Dave. Look at him.
A lot of threes in there now.
Yeah, there's a few threes in there.
I just remember, lads, guys, who's bringing all this good news to you today.
It's cool. I'm liking it. I'm liking that. I'm liking the stats board.
John's just give me a look, and he looked focused.
Look of love that was, mate.
I'm just Snapchatting it. Look at that. That's a big break.
Cracking back there from John Boy.
And that was another pot off the break for John.
It was. Do you play the plant here and go Reds?
Sorry, I'm just addressing the cube.
It's all very high tech. This is great. Stats board. Sponsors coming up. Ever improving. Maybe, I don't know if he can clip that yellow in the middle and maybe come down, not his bad yellow out if he's looking at that, or if he's looking at a plant.
Let's have a look. Plant.
I think he's going for, unless he can see the red, but I think it's a plant. Hard to tell.
Oh, how's that not gone in? I'm not putting that down as an error because it was, it's got to be an error.
Yeah, I think, seems harsh, but you've got, that's the standard, unfortunately.
Yeah. Life's not fair, is it?
It's not, mate.
Yeah, right. I know we're in the middle of the game, but I need to ask you this.
Go on, Sam.
If you're on death row, and you get one last meal, one last drink, and a film to watch, what would it be?
Wow. What a question.
And if anyone could inbox me their answers as well on Facebook, David McNamara, Adrian Finch, I'd be really intrigued.
Wow. Right, one last meal. I'm going lamb curry.
Lamb curry?
Lamb curry.
What sort of curry?
Or more like a Karai style
wow,
lamb curry.
nice.
Yeah, massive fan. Drink, Guinness.
Guinness, your last pint.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
good.
For my Irish roots as well, obviously.
Yeah,
just say goodbye. And then film. Or I don't know if I want to have a laugh before I'm gone.
It's going to have to be a commentary because you're just. It's got commentary, a comedy, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you can't have
maybe I just want to get in the mood. You know what I mean? And then that'd be
get an emotional one.
Yeah. Cool. I don't really watch a lot of films either. So
no.
It's true, mate. I don't get the time. Cool. Films.
Oh.
Just for the crack, I'd obviously watch Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Set myself up.
Completely understandable.
Yeah.
And here's Toby.
Look at Toby wanting to get his stuff before he plays. Outrageous.
You got to play in your Gooner shirt.
Nice, son. What about yourself? Dave? What are you going for, son? I mean, is it silly to say Nando's or?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't.
Wow.
I'd have. Right, I went to Tenerife the other year and I had the most phenomenal steak, 13-ounce Argentinian steak, peppercorn sauce. But it had, I'd literally go back to Tenerife just for that. But it had a bit of chorizo on the side,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of chips, it had like potato croquets. But like it was a
Naughty.
posh restaurant. It was
Posh.
It was
It had
unbelievable.
potato croquettes.
It was phenomenal. But I'd probably have like butterfly chicken or something as well in there.
Standard.
And for my drink, it'd probably be a Recorder, my last drink. Or maybe a brew, but my nan's got to make it. Drinks a Boss brew, my nan. And then from a film, I mean, have you ever seen the film Coach Carter? Samuel Jackson.
I haven't, mate, no. As I say, I don't watch a lot of films.
Good film. Or I'm a massive Marvel fan, so maybe something to do with Marvel.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then after that, see you later.
Yeah, you gotta go, haven't you?
Good night, nurse. Thanks for tucking me in.
But you've gone out with a bang, or to drag it out, I'd have the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh, I'll get you. But then, would you want that psychological things like just? Do you want to just get it over and done with, or is it like?
Because it's about 13 hours long, that trilogy, so you might have to give me 2 meals.
Mm.
So maybe I said, listen, I'm at the start, and then 12 hours later, you're going to be hungry.
Mm.
And you might get a kip in the middle of it.
You got a long kip after, I'll tell you that. Has he got the gap?
It's hard to find the gap there.
I'm not sure if he has or he hasn't. I don't think so, but at the time he's taking and the way he's looking
the way he goes down. I mean, even if he gets it with a swerve, he's got a tough block.
Very tough, because that yellow's covering that corner pocket that he wants to put it in.
Shout out to Mike Oliver's sponsor. Well, I just went to do it, and then there it is. Oh, looking at the back. What's that say there?
Washington's Stove and Fireplace Centre.
Always nice to give the sponsors a shout out on stream. Without them, people won't be here.
Definitely.
Especially me with the FGH air brake.
Fair play.
Thank you, Alex Frush.
Right.
Tough black this.
This is
Trying to pound on it.
what in what way?
Do you reckon he'll get it?
I don't think there's a lot of people that get this shot. So I'm saying he can get it, but it's very difficult to get. So I'm saying.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying no.
You're not saying. Do you want to give me odds?
No, mate.
I would have had a pound on it as well if you had a bit of bottle.
Yeah.
Imagine if he skillied it.
If you had bottle, you'd have said, yeah, he's potting it for
Alright,
a pound.
sound, I'll have a quid on it.
Come in, son.
No, I won't.
How's your Alan Wicker, son?
You didn't
How's
shake me
your
hand.
Alan Wicker?
Oh, Sean Swimpy. My last meal. I love Sean. I went for a Pizza Hut last night, and
he was a traitor to Nando's.
Yeah, well, we're going to go in a bit.
Oh, right, fair
and I
enough.
like a good pizza Hut. I got a good topic, but Sean was a letdown at pizza. He thinks he can eat, and I just put him to bed. Him and Steve Wall, they were embarrassing. Steve Wall had about 2 slices of pizza. That was it.
Didn't expect that, miss.
I thought that was
down
close
to
to
an
enough.
unforced.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, I need 2 of them, don't I?
Alright.
Damn, Daniel.
Right, what do you go for here? Do you play?
Do you reckon it goes behind the yellow? Maybe.
I don't think it does. You can. Oh dear. Whatever you do is tough. You can play a skill shot. It sounds stupid, but you can play a skill shot where you're on the rail. That top ball's running through. So you can play at that. Or he's looking at a double off the top cushion, flicking off the yellow in the middle, I think. But no matter what you play, it's tough.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he actually plays. He was looking at somewhere in the middle, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's looking to double it up off the yellow, but
yeah.
no matter what you play, it's tough.
Is he cutting it in dead thin?
No, you can't do that.
No,
No, he's fluked it. Oh no, he didn't play it up there.
Wow.
Well, that is a kick in the balls for John Chambers, that is. But Michael's trying to play a positive shot, and you know he's got away with it.
Well, sometimes when you let someone back at the table, it happens, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
the pool gods, mate.
Yeah, back to Sean Swinby, right. We went last night and we had 2 massive pizzas, those
Right.
3. And it was big. And we were like, right, we're going to take it down. And he hid his crusts.
He hid his crusts.
No, the crusts at the end,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
little
yeah.
cheese in, he hid them.
Oh,
Because
right.
he thought he could go toe to toe with me, and he hid his crust, and he just texted me apologising.
Oh, right.
He was a disgrace.
You're not happy, are you?
No, mate, I was
Oh.
absolutely gutted. We
You
big
still
these
are,
tours
mate.
up.
I think you need a bit of counselling.
That's a massive break.
That is a huge break. This should be 5-3.
That's the bad thing about pool, isn't it? You get a fluke and then you dish, and there's 2 frames in it now. John should have been 4-3 up. Now he's got to be 5-3 down.
It's so psychological at times. You can be as good as you want, but sometimes you've got to be strong in the head in these scenarios.
100%.
Try and be as philosophical as you can. But this should be 5-3. It's not even dodgy, but the trickiest part of it is to get on the black in the left corner. Which I think it goes in the right corner as well, looking at camera 7. So I think the black goes both bottom corners.
Someone as good as Mike Waller is not going to wear.
Nah, he's negotiating these. Leaving the one in the middle last, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Maybe screw across.
Yeah.
He's cued that well.
He has, yeah. Punch it over. Guarantee the angle. It's the key part to this shot. You don't want to be too straight. You don't want to be the other side of it. You've got to bang it in the top and left. Yeah, that's perfect. Good. So now you can come screw side rail. You've got so much room to play with now. And that's, I presume, firing.
A kick.
Yeah, 5-3 Michael Oliver. And John will be hurting a little bit there from 3-all, getting obviously then Michael getting the fluke on the black and now being 2 frames behind.
Just had a few inboxes there.
Cheeky.
Yeah. I had one off Chris Coatsworth. Oh, got another one. He said he would have fillet steak from Miller and Carter, snake bite because he's an alcoholic, and lock, stock and 2 smoking barrels.
What a shout that is for a film, by the way.
Yeah. So that's too old for me.
What are you trying to say, son?
Just old people watch that film, don't they?
Lovely. Just because I've got grey hair, that meant...
I meant as Chris, not you.
No. I know what you meant, mate.
No, I never. And Ian Martin, film, old school... What? Film, old school food... Right, I'm lost. He's got a pint of Wainwright's, chunky chicken. Oh, I've lost, Ian. That's a shocking inbox. You didn't even say a film. Oh, right, I get it. Film, old school, food, chunky chicken, drink, pint of Wainwright's. But he's just put it all together.
I'll get you. You just reminded me of a line in Lock, Stock that cracked me and my mate Darryl up. But he's like, the geezer's hung up by the feet. It's like, it's in the fireplace. Sorry, I do believe my friend is trying to tell us something. He's like, it's in the fireplace, let's pull it out, it's at the bottom. It's in the fireplace, just pull it out, it's at the bottom. Quality, mate.
Is Jason Statham in that?
He is in that, yeah.
You're like, just as the start. I've only seen Vinnie Jones in that. I've not seen
Frank
it.
Harper.
No,
yeah.
My dad loves it. Loves that film.
Yeah. Dexter Fletcher.
Don't know him either.
He'd been in Press Gang years ago, mate.
What's that?
It was a children's ITV show. I do believe. Yeah, long before your time, son. Yeah. I think you might have been swimming at the time.
Did John break then? He did, and he potted, didn't he?
He did. Got a big pocket down here now as well if he wants to use it. Yeah. Little plant on the Reds.
I've got a few texts here. I've got Emily and Frankie. They've gone to an art museum. Not an art, a music museum. But they've asked for a shout out, so it obviously must be really boring after watching the pool.
I think we're obviously adding to the pool, Dave.
100%, yeah.
That's obviously what it is, mate.
I've had a few people inbox me saying, good talk about food on stream, it's a good idea. Because food is the best thing ever.
Well, you need it, didn't you?
Got Anton Evans, should be working, watching the stream. Yeah. Trying to pick up some tips.
Try and play his side rail here, I think. Just got to be a bit careful here.
Yeah, I'd probably just try and roll it in and leave the gap.
Yeah, you can just drop it in, leave the gap,
Yeah.
or come side rail, and then you've got the natural angle to just flick off for the black in the middle.
Yes. Yeah, but I'd be scared about going behind that yellow. So at least you're leaving it in your hands, aren't you?
Yeah. Is he screwing it straight back? See, that's why I think I'll have gone side rail there.
Is he going to trim this in the middle?
I think he will, but knowing Johnny, probably bang top corner now.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
not happy. Oh, he's giving me he's just shouting out rubbish and.
No.
That look.
No.
I can't believe I got to hold his case before, you know. I can't believe
No,
it.
you look well happy with that as well.
I did. I was holding John Chambers' case.
Are you jealous that I share a room with John?
100%.
Yeah, I got that impression.
100%. I'd sleep in the bath or something like that if you let me.
Alright, yeah, Sam, mate, you're more than welcome.
Cheers, bro. Oh, he's gone in off. The tables have turned. That's an unforced error.
Is it?
Yeah. Tough school, this, mate.
That is the toughest of schools, I would say. Being kicked in off, unforced error.
Yep, it is.
He's harsh, mate. He's having it. He don't even care. It's on a spreadsheet. He's going.
It was dry as well, wasn't it? So he's having a dry break as well. Or did he pop? No.
You just want to be harsh, don't you? It's just...
Someone called Rab Elliott wants to connect with you. Getting people famous people just inboxing me.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Cheers, Rab. Film Step Brothers. Wow. Great film. Seen it?
No, mate.
Wow. You need to get a life then,
Well, I've got one. That's why I don't watch a lot of films.
No, you need to watch it. Food. Massive dirty bacon cheeseburger. No, it's fair shout.
Yeah.
It's fair shout. I love a good burger. And drink Morgan's Spice and Coke. Fair play, Rab. I
Fair
respect
dues,
that.
Yeah. Oh, he don't want that
Skilly, get in.
He doesn't want it to hang. Oh my
I
word!
think it's that far
Play
in
the
though.
skill shot now.
Yeah.
I think if you play the skill shot now, you can knock that red up, and then your favourite for the frame. Where's that far over the pocket? You should be playing the skilly now. You should be getting a lot of these. I know John's quite good at these as well. Yeah.
Oh, he wanted to just get on the one, didn't he?
He's okay. So I think they both go in that corner. So I don't think he'd be too disappointed with that. I don't think I've seen John miss one of them. I've been playing.
Skill shot.
Yeah, well, them particular ones. I've been playing pool with John, playing nigh on 20 years.
He's actually took out the best finish I've ever seen, ever.
Really?
In the European at Bridlington.
Against Liam Dunster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's tap broke and he's played the 4-ball plant or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Then played like ball round the angles near the end as well. Yeah. And I think that England was, what, 12-11 down at the time?
Yeah, and you won, didn't you, 13-12. Unbelievable scene.
Yeah.
I think the only problem for me is he's going to roll this in.
Ball on the rail last.
Yeah, that is it. Just because they are missable when you're just screwing back a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
yeah. I think he's got a nice little chance here to just punch it over a wee bit. Yeah, that's the way. And he's played at a lovely angle because now he can screw it back and
he's off the rail.
He's off the rail for the black, yeah. That's key.
Just doesn't want to roll this. Come on, John.
Good well.
Shot. Come on, Johnny boy. He's in. Feel sorry for Michael Oliver because, like, even though he got the fluke, he's had 2 dishes. They're 2 really good finishes from John, though.
Yeah. This game's hotting up now.
Is that a break dish?
No,
it was off the other fellow, wasn't it?
John's breaking now, isn't he?
Yeah, so
yeah.
It was off Michael Oliver's.
Yeah.
I'll just throw the stats up, ladies and gentlemen. See, look at that. Michael Oliver's just had one. I was a bit harsh with the in off the break, but he's missed more pots and had more unforced errors. They both have 2 dishes.
Yeah, no breaking dishes yet is the key one so far.
That's true.
I think there's so many break dishes about. There we go.
I think here's going to be one.
This could well be one.
Jeff. Liverpool kick off in 8 minutes.
Yeah, I think you'll get 3 points today, son.
I think it's going to have to be reds in it, but
It's just that yellow near the 2 reds. Otherwise, I think he might be going yellows. But as you say, I think he might be going reds. If he clips this one in the right-hand corner, comes over, then plays the other red to go into him, or he can. The red goes as well into the top right-hand corner, so you could use that to knock it out. Just personal preference now, really, what way you see it. Is John playing the plants and not the red and over their pocket? I think he is. Because then he can play the plant on the other one. Yep. Now he can drop this in, then play the plant on the other one.
To get it out, yeah.
But he needs to be thin on it, I think, to get it out, because otherwise it might just double kiss and stay where it is.
Yeah, and it might flick. It might hit the rail and hit the yellow and stay on the rail.
You could even use the yellow to bring it out a bit more if you wanted to. It's a bit straight for me.
Yeah, I would have been more on line with the bottom yellow.
Yeah. Or like blue spot or something, just to guarantee the angle.
He's going to have to pump this in now.
I mean, it might work out in his favour because he is guaranteeing to get it out now. It's just where the first red goes.
Oh, John. Has he had a result?
I think he can clip that in the middle. Or he might be able to play this one in the bottom right-hand corner, I'm not sure. 5-all.
Bad miss.
Massive frame.
That was an unforced error.
Yeah, it would have to be. Yeah, massive frame this.
5 balls missed each.
I think he's in the spot above him, Michael, the way the time is taken on this particular shot, but John did put his hand up, so it's a bit fortunate.
Sometimes you need that though, don't you? You never win a competition without a bit of luck, do you?
No, definitely not. Especially not nowadays. I'm sounding like proper old codger now, aren't I?
What?
I'm sounding like proper old codger now. Especially not nowadays, you know.
Did you used to play like old IPA in that?
Yeah.
You still play that and run corn around mine, so I've stopped playing.
No.
Couldn't imagine being the main set of rules.
No. That'd do my Sweden, that would.
Just roll up behind the ball.
Oh, there's a lot of skill in that.
Tap the brake.
Yeah. Progressive pull. Just looking through some of the other scores here from the other matches. Let's have a look here.
Sean Stubbins not turned up. Weird one.
Jonathan Bushnell beating Curtis Lee 7-5. Luke Sanchez beating Craig Lake in 7-5. Andy Blurton.
He hasn't hit a cushion. He hasn't hit a cushion.
That's why I was looking at the scores, mate. So I don't know if he did or didn't.
He didn't hit the cushion. Unless that's touching, he didn't hit the cushion.
Andy Blurton 7-0 against JJ Smith. JJ 4 beating James Hannay 7-1. Marshy beating Jason Owen 7-2.
Dan Davey beating Dave McNamara 7-3. John McAllister beating Brian Halco 7-2.
That's a good result. Brian obviously won his money game against Ian recently. So
here's one. Stephen Mercedes 7, Steve Thompson 1.
Well, Steve Thompson's a very good player.
Yeah, no. Michael Howell beating Jason Remington. That didn't touch the cushion, that red.
I don't know. I think they both agreed that it must have done. I didn't see the shot personally. I was looking at the scores. It does look very close to it now, and this is actually on the rail now. Rob Donkin 4-3 up against Simon Fitzsimmons.
Ooh. I'm hungry.
Of course you're hungry. Dayton's in a Wyson. Mark White 4-2 up against Jimmy Carney.
Who are you tipping to win it then? Come on, give me a prediction. Who's going to win there? Amateur, open, and professional event.
Mont Blanc. Wow. Wow. That is on the spot. I've got a good feeling this weekend about Mr. Jordan Shepherd.
Yeah, he was on fire against Kyle Edwards before.
I was chatting to him yesterday as well. He said he's feeling good.
He's in the gym. I was speaking to him.
Yeah. He said, he's trying
always
to
a help.
Yeah, eat clean and stuff like that. So yeah, fair play to him. And I think, that's psychologically you're in front if you're doing that as well. He played well in the last event, lost in the pro final to Ben Davis. So I actually fancy Sheppy in the Open.
He's so hard to stop, isn't he, as when he gets going?
Well, he can just start reeling. He can just, all of a sudden, you're just in your chair and, you're 6-0 down after 15 minutes. You know what I mean? And that sounds outrageous, but that's happened. That has happened before. He's right next to me, actually.
Murphy Sports Bar. Should we have a look at the Liverpool teams?
Right, I've got to think the amateur and pro event now. Amateur... I think Jordan Church has been going deep in tournaments recently, so I'm saying I think Mark Boyle's obviously won a couple, Ian Alley's won one. Jordan just beat Mark Farnsworth on the stream earlier, so I think he's obviously playing well and feeling confident. So I'm going to go for Jordan Church in the amateur.
Cheers, mate.
I'd like to see yourself do well. My obviously. County teammate and doubles partner Toby Bolt. I'd like to see him have a good run as well. And the professional event, wow,
it's mad, that, isn't it?
Yes. I think Clint.
Yeah, I was thinking Clint, but it's so hard to win 2 on the bounce, isn't it? Because he won the Open last time. I mean, obviously Clint's class.
Yeah, I've not seen the draw or anything to. Have an inside. Obviously, I saw the draw for my own match, but didn't really look down it too far.
Coutinho starting for Liverpool. No, he's not really.
He's not.
Means he's gone, isn't it?
It could well be.
Moreno starting.
And Michael Oliver now just about to go 6-5 up. John got it all to do now. Yeah, 6-5 Michael Oliver.
Looking forward to this Nando's winner. I need some food. I might go to the pub actually. Get some food in the pub, watch the rest of Liverpool. Match of the day's back.
Oh yes, MOTD baby.
Yes, but the only thing is, probably the same time as the Open. I'm going to record it. I'm going to text my sister now. And my mum, and my dad.
Haven't you got an app you could record it off, or?
No, we're not that posh, am I, mate?
You say that, you've had croquettes.
in Tenerife. Potato croquettes.
Yeah.
A pepper bun.
The epitome of posh.
Are you always dry here, John's Fav?
That is dry.
Oh, big cluster.
I don't know if he could pop this yellow in the middle though and bring them out straight away.
Yeah, straight away.
Get after it early.
Instant.
Knowing Johnny's an aggressive player, I think he'll play that. The reward's there if you get a good shot. So.
And then it'll be John's breaking the decider. It's always got to think. That'll be a good time to break dish.
He's missed both.
Oh no.
That would have to be an unforced.
And a missed pot.
And a missed pot, yeah. It's still not left a great deal for Michael Oliver. Sort of got away with that bit there, John. Yeah, just a containing shot. How about yourself, David? Who are you going for the Open, the Amateur and the Professional?
Wow. I'm thinking for the amateur, Scott Gillespie.
Yeah, Goopsy.
He's a machine, that fella.
Yeah, he's a great player, Scott. Good guy as well.
Him and Scott Ross, Mark Boyle, I think. Like, obviously, you got Cy Fitzsimmons, but with them being across the road and having his rant on Facebook, I don't know. Will it motivate him? Will it drag him down? We will see.
Indeed. So that's one.
So I think Scott Gillespie for the Open.
The amateur or the Open?
For the amateur,
right,
sorry.
Okay.
For the Open, Sheppy's a great shout. Sheppy is a great shout, but I might have to go Boyle again. Boyle. See, maybe Hibbert, because Hibbert hasn't done much for the first three. And I don't know. But no, I want to go Boyle again. Yeah.
Okay. That'd be a great achievement if he did, to be fair. That'd be an unbelievable achievement.
Because I think as soon as you get through, the Friday's the hard day for the amateurs getting there. I mean, that's the banana skin, isn't it? As soon as you get through the Saturday, it's just a one-day event then, really, isn't it? The Open. And I think he's just got... that's a great shot.
Yeah, very well cued.
I think just because his stamina and his fitness, and as soon as he gets to the Saturday, he's on fire, and then...
Just so consistent. As you say, his break as well. His break is...
Huge. So I'd go Boyle with the Open and with the professional. Well, got a sneaky feeling about Jack Whelan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He said he's been putting in the time. I was speaking to him a little bit yesterday.
Well, he came up to Savannah for a comp. And, I got beaten in the semi and he won it. And I was speaking to him and he was like, I'm practicing a bit. He come all the way up to Manchester for an event.
Yeah.
And it was just for the 250 man that. And he was saying he's been putting a lot of practice in for that on the tour. So
yeah. I like to see Jack do well.
I like Jack as well, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember about 2 years ago when he was an amateur and he won like 3 of the 5 amateur events.
Back in the day as well, when it was the IPA World Rules, he beat me in the final of the amateur then. So he won the amateur event then back in the day as well.
Frankie Marola's in the pub watching the footy. Damn, might have to get a taxi there.
Whereabouts?
I don't know.
Which Boozer? Because a lot of them don't have Sky around here. We was trying to watch the Arsenal game yesterday, and we had to go on a Holiday Inn over the road and watch it because no one has Sky Sports.
Wow.
We asked rang up places, 4 different pubs didn't show Sky Sports because it's too expensive.
It's very pricey, isn't it? Round ours, it's all Cody boxes.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. In the Hungry Horse, that was. Yeah. That was a good feed in there, I tell you.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Oh, mate. A couple of them boys got the Full Monty Mixed Grill, I think it was called. It was massive.
We went the Flaming Grill, and I've done all the challenges in the Flaming Grill. You've been them?
I've been to them, yeah, but I've never done a challenge.
Yeah, I've done them all. And I've done...
You love it, don't you?
I nearly done a challenge the other day, but I thought, no. So I went with like a 12-ounce steak, bacon on, cheese on top, chips with bacon and cheese on, onion rings, I had some garlic bread, and I had a sharing starter for 2 for a starter for me. It was phenomenal. I had chicken wings as well with the main, and a Copperberg.
You're a machine, son.
And it only cost about £14.
John's just got to be patient with this match now. This framing. Can't do anything rash now. No mistakes allowed. Here we go. The Full Monty Mixed Grill consisted of...
Holy Mother of Nazareth. Go on, read it out.
It consists of 5-ounce rump steak, 2 pork sausages, 2 chicken fillets, 5-ounce gammon, topped with 3 range egg, grilled pineapple ring, served with chips, onion rings, peas, a flat mushroom and half a grilled tomato for £9.99.
Holy moly.
Indeed.
The only thing is that Flaming Grill, I looked at their mixed grill, and the steak is 8 ounce, the big daddy one, like. And the 24-ounce Megasaurus. See, that's small, in my opinion. I done a 32 one the other day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's not Megasaurus.
You don't even care,
so I'll take that down.
Yeah. Great. Oh, Jumbo. That is unlucky, son.
Yeah, in Turkey, I took down a 32-ounce steak. Got a photo of it. Do you want to see it? Took a photo. Put it on Insta, actually. Instagram.
He's just got a wedge behind this yellow now, surely. No. Oh, that's developing reds there. I'm not sure that's a good idea. That is a big bit of steak.
There was no fat on it either. It was phenomenal. And it was about 12 quid because it's dead cheap in Turkey, innit?
I don't eat beef.
You don't have steaks?
I don't eat beef, no. I have lamb steaks, but don't eat beef. I used to eat beef, don't eat it anymore.
How can you not eat steaks?
No. Lamb steaks, yes.
But I don't see
that's
how.
a great shot from Michael Oliver. My wife's a Hindu, so,
oh, well,
she doesn't eat beef.
Enough. That's fair
so
enough.
Yeah, for 10 years now, I've not eaten beef.
But one day you're going to have one more piece?
No.
Come on, man.
Never.
If you were on death row, you'd ask for a steak.
I wouldn't. I'd ask for a lamb ruby.
Steak,
as said.
Steak.
Yeah.
Nothing good than a good piece of cow.
No, mate.
Telling you.
The last bit of steak I had was actually in Australia in 2007.
Was it nice?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, but it was expensive, wasn't it?
It weren't now, to be honest, because we were getting free Aussie dollars to the pound. This is when the pound was good. Yeah.
My family just went over there and they said it was, oh my God, Frank Marola just texted me. I think Liverpool 1-0 down.
And 3-1 still on then. That's a good shot from Michael Oliver there, clearing the red. I'm surprised that John did clear the reds out there earlier. For me, he should just wedged him behind the yellow and let him go. Whilst there was a little bit tied up, but does that red next to the yellow go into the top corner? I think that's key right now. Otherwise, he's got to go into it. It looks like it does if he's putting his cue there. Yeah, Liverpool 1-0 down, son.
Oh, wow. Wonderful start to the season.
Okaka Chuka for Watford.
I'm going to have to go Nando's, aren't I? Cheer myself up. Oh, we didn't want to flick the black.
That's massive.
You could see the flick of the cue from Mikey then.
Yeah. That's massive, that is. Michael hasn't really got a shot here now. Oh, what'd you do here? What'd you do here, son?
Do you try and trim? No, you can't even trim it in, can you?
No. There's no real place you can be safe either, really.
Yeah, John's breaking at the side as well.
Yeah, it's huge. This is huge.
So Finchy.
Yeah.
Boyle versus Cousins.
Yeah.
Money match that everyone wants to see. What is your prediction?
Right, well, when you've got two players as good as they are, for me it can go either way. But Mark Boyle just doesn't lose for money.
He's been a free. He lost. Here's a fact. Johnny's played Waddingham twice. One was 30-29 and one of them was 30-28.
Yeah, sorry, he lost that one. Or the first one.
Apparently, the only time he's ever been behind in them two games was at 30-29 in the first game.
Yeah.
Apparently he's led the whole way in both games. I'm not sure how true that is.
I don't know. I think it clashed with a tour, didn't it? 'Cause I think I remember people seeing it on watching it on their phones.
It was in. I actually played you in Wales and Powie.
That's it. Yeah. Powys. Yeah.
And I remember 29 all. Me and Dan Davey watching it on our phone.
Yeah.
Boyle goes dry. He sacks his side ball break off, puts his hand on the table, and it's the front ball. And Dan Davey had a bet on Boyle, and he was like, "Don't put your hand on the table, man." Absolutely went dry, and then I think Craig Wadd, he obviously won the frame.
Yeah. I don't. Tom's break is massive. He plays good. So does Mark Boyle. For me, it's anyone's. It's hard to predict to win. That's why it's such an intriguing game. Plus, they're both from different rule sets. Do you know what I mean? People can make the rule set debate what they want, but when you're two players as good as that, it really doesn't matter on the rules.
I know Mark won't play World Drills. I spoke to him about that, but Tom plays Blackball as well.
Yeah, Tom started out in Blackball, I think, and then started playing World. Obviously, multiple world champion at World Rules
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. I mean, that's class in it to do all stuff like that.
Yeah, and he's got to semis as well.
His Q actions on them. It's a battle of the Q actions, them two. Honestly.
Yeah, it's that's a really tough game to call. I think that's why it's such a good match.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you're not going to get neither of those players are going to play a game where they're going to be huge
favourite,
because you're just not going to play against them.
No, yeah,
Do you know what I mean? You know.
What I was going to say then, I'd love to see on both cloths, because do you know what I mean? Because Boyle plays on this cloth, Tom plays on the green cloth. I'd love them to have like 2 games, like Tom's venue, green cloth, and then try what like in the blue cloth.
Yeah.
Because everyone keeps saying Mark on the blue cloth practically unbeatable. No, with his breaks, works so well.
Yeah.
But
he's a great player, Mark. Great player. Really nice guy as well. I like Mark. Got a lot of time for Mark.
He beat me Fernando's, didn't he, in the last tour? Called him out. First round, it's like, come on, we're having it, Mark, me, you.
Oh, if you could see Dave's face right now as well, he's reliving it.
Yeah, it was 3-all.
He's
missed the black, mate.
His eyebrows are up.
I've snookered him. And I'm thinking I'm in. I'm 4-3 up. He's snookered.
Eyebrows are up, yeah.
First to 6, buzzing, big crowd. Flukes the black, doesn't he?
Eyebrows are up.
And he goes, cracking crowd, you get your back. Something stupid like that, and that was it. Pumped me. No. And I forgot about the Nando's until he reminded me.
As if you don't get enough free Nando's, son, you know what I mean? You wanted to get another one by beating one of the best players on the tour.
I thought it'd be motivation.
Well, there is that.
I would have dragged him out.
Yeah, good shot there from John. Now he's on this in the middle.
He's played that great. This is 6-all. I'm telling you, it's Hill here at the Coventry Doubletree Hilton.
I don't want to book him.
I'm telling you, no, I back John all the time.
Oh, of course. Now, do you play for the gap in between the red and black, or do you screw up and leave a longer yellow?
Screw up.
Yeah, that's the way.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Cadbury's options. Oh,
Johnny!
I thought I just stunned that.
John, don't do it.
This white is travelling as well. This is the thing. You can. Whoa.
I wouldn't want to be taking this shot. He's in the middle of nowhere there, isn't he? Do you reckon he's trying to hold it, or is he's trying to pump it through?
I think he's tried to come across the table.
Yeah.
I don't think he needed to do that. I think he could have just held and had it in the right corner. But this is tricky, because the white is just anywhere. You've got an idea where it's going, but if it flicks that red in the middle of the table as it's coming round, then it can go anywhere. Does he play a double?
Oh, wow.
To try and get it?
Double to the middle.
Because if he does cut, this white is going all over the show. But he's having it. And you can see on camera 7 if it's going in there. But if he does take the cut, he's coming. I think he's in about 4 minds at the minute.
Wow, it is tense.
He's thinking, aye, my breaking is decided, let's go. And all of a sudden that happens. This game, he's going for a big double, so he can screw the white back for a bit of insurance policy. That's exactly why it's gone. Oh my word, Johnny.
Holy Mother of Nazareth.
Oh my, Omar Sharif.
But Aiden, don't forget Mike Oliver had that massive fluke at like 3-all.
He did.
Holy Mother, wow. Right. Wow. It's all coming out now, lads. Right, here's the Riley sticker.
That could be another one on the spreadsheet, couldn't it?
Flukes, yeah. And we're all here at the IPA Tour.
We are.
And here's your stats. Look at them.
The most important one of all that is it's 6 apiece.
And here's the most important one. Bringing you the decider. It's Aidan Finch and David McNamara.
Well, all the best, gents.
I reckon he's going to break this decider. No break dishes
He's
in the game so far.
He's a rascal like that, John. He is a rascal like that.
He's a rascal.
If the white comes straight back, I'll fancy John to break dish. If it goes to the side, there you go. Reds.
Wow, that one bad red.
Yeah, I think he can get on that though. In a shot's time, he could play the one in the right middle, bring it down,
Yeah,
so he can leave the one into the right corner and just
behind,
flick into it.
Yeah. Oh, I bet his heart's racing.
Do you know what? I bet it ain't. I bet he's nah. I bet it ain't. I don't know if John's heart races like that.
Ian Alley versus Toby Bolton is a game.
Yeah, that would have been me. I'd have been Ian. Two East London boys, but Ian played well earlier.
Game.
Yeah, Ian played well earlier. It was a weird match actually because the start of it, first 6-7 frames, it was hardly a ball missed. Then it went scrappy. Yeah. Towards the end.
Same with my game with Dan, just missed a few near the start and bits you can't do it against him.
No, same as Ian. Just
hit me off.
Yeah, I think Ian Broughton cleared 3 as well.
He's come a bit short there, hasn't he, John?
Yeah, he's come a bit Finch. Yeah, not ideal.
Premier League is back and we're 1-0 down.
He'd rather have been shorter and then had the one in the middle and then you'd come down for it, but maybe he can still pump it through.
Is he going to come off the cushion side and go into it? Just like, oh my god. Oh, is that unlucky or is that a good shot?
I think he's unlucky there. I think he wanted to hit the nearest yellow to the red to free it, but he's hit the yellow before it, which is why it hasn't come out as much.
That's unlucky. Well, his face hasn't shown any emotion.
No. I think he's still got a chance here, because if he... Oh, he's looking at maybe if it goes. If it goes, that's huge. But even if it doesn't go, he can drop the one in the middle, leave himself an angle on the one into the bottom left corner.
And just screw over, pop it out.
Oh, that come off the cue a bit.
He must be doing that then. Must be doing what you said. Otherwise, I think he might have hit that bit harder.
Yeah. He wanted to guarantee the angle.
He's got...
Yeah, so he's looking at where he's going to hit the yellow.
Just make sure on the pot though, isn't it? Because I mean, you look at the cannon so much.
Yeah. If you stun this over, the white should hold near where the yellow is, so that should give him a shot in the top corner. I don't know if he's...
I'm looking at him.
I'm not
His
sure
face doesn't change, does it?
No, he's angry now.
I don't think he's on that. He's hitting this hard.
Mate.
Oh, he's getting a ref.
He's like, get a ref.
Unbelievable scenes here at the Doubletree Hilton Hotel in Coventry.
Indeed. I'm not sure that goes.
I'm scared.
It looks tough. Oh my word.
Rab Elliott, I don't know how Lee Hanson's got on. Sorry, mate. It's on Q-Score, though, you can find him.
Qscore.com. If you click on the tournaments bit on the top of the page, and I think then it goes all the tournaments for that day. And then if you go to last 1 to 8, or amateur event, pro event, whichever one you want, they're all on there. And they are updating the open scores as it goes on. There's guys going around with iPads and updating scores. Wow, here we go.
Is there another shot though?
Have a look. That looked good, but where's the black?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, this is huge.
Holy moly.
To be fair, he deserves that for the shot he played previous.
Great
to nudge it.
It's a great game, that, to be fair. Few balls missed, but that's made it a bit more tense. And thanks to your inbox, Andrew Appleton. It's always a pleasure commentary, especially with Mr. Finch. John, would you like an interview? Yeah, and we're going to have a quick word with John Chambers now.
Come around here, son.
He's a bit shy, so give him a round of applause. He's putting his cue away and coming over.
He's making us wait, bless him. Oh, here he is.
Yeah, John.
He looks a bit flushed, the boy.
You need to put this headset on, apparently, John. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, John.
I'm on.
You're on, son.
How's it going?
Yeah, well done, mate. Well done.
Cheers, pal.
So how did you feel there, John, in that decider?
Yeah, alright. I just thought, as long as I get half a chance, I thought I'd clear up, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I felt like I'm potting pretty well. Ran out of position a couple of times, and I made a couple of mistakes early doors as well, which, to be honest, because of how good he is, I thought it's going to be hard to get it back because I was a couple of frames behind.
Yep, 5-3 it was.
Yep. First to seven's a little bit of a lottery when it's good players. Because you only have to play well for 20 minutes and the match could be over. So, yeah, I was happy with the win in the end.
Yeah, definitely.
And we have a look at the stats here. That was the only break dish of the game.
Was it?
There was a few reverse dishes, but that was the first break dish of the game, and not a bad time to have it, was it?
Yeah, no, yeah. I felt like no matter where I broke from, it either got one in and they went a bit scrappy, and his was the same, or if he dry broke, they went a bit scrappy. So halfway through that match, it was a little bit. It weren't great. We both made some errors, as I can see, unforced errors, 7 each.
Dave was a bit harsh on him, to be fair, so I don't know if that's a fair representation.
But it's the IPA professional tour, so I've got to be harsh.
Yeah, no, it's fine, mate. There's no one harsher on me than me, I can assure you that.
Well, Dave is now, mate.
Well, Aidan called a breaking dish at 6-all.
Yeah, well, he would do, yeah, because he knows me. So.
He said, if you break and get a ball, it's over.
Yeah.
And he did. But there was a finish in the middle for Michael Oliver. He's pumped it in the top, and I think it was like 4-3 to him.
Yeah.
We were having a bet where he was going to cut it in the middle, and he pumped it down the bottom. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he's just drilled it.
And I think he had a fluke around that time as well.
Yeah.
And then you've had a fluke there to go.
Oh, yeah, the fluke at 6-5.
Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, which I thought was thoroughly deserved.
Yeah.